Welcome back to another episode of the Walking Towards Light podcast. I'm your one and only host, Walker Williams, and this is a place where you can learn, you can grow your consciousness, and you can be your best self. It feels so good saying that intro again, man. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is season 2, ladies and gentlemen. Season 2 of the Walking Towards Light podcast. And wow, it's been 2 months. It's been 2 months, man. Like, I know I have to address, it's so many reflections, so many just downloads and just moments of growth in a matter of 2 months. It's crazy. I feel like I'm catching up with like a best friend of mine. That's what it feels like. You go a while without talking to your best friends and stuff like that, and you just got a list of shit to tell them. That's how I feel. It's like it's too many experiences, and I feel like I know I was away for 2 months, and I think I realized, there was a lot of responsibilities and things I had to take care of, and also it was a lot of things that I had to sit back and think of, like, okay, I need to lock in. And one thing I didn't want to do, especially for my viewers, for the people that support me with this podcast, I didn't want to force episodes. I didn't want to force topics. I want this to be organic. I want this to be raw. I want this to be just authentic, and I never want to get to that place where I feel obligated to where I just have to make up stuff. I want things to actually come from the heart, and stuff that I actually want to talk about. And I knew at that time, with all the responsibilities and work, I had to work overtime and things like that. Like, I knew my focus wasn't balanced, and I want to get on this platform and speak to y'all through my heart center when I feel balanced and I feel energized and I feel, just ready to be in this space. I don't want to be drained. I didn't want to be doing podcasts feeling drained or tired. I want to be in a good space to, speak, what's on my mind and what's on my heart. But I'm not gonna lie. It's like, I feel like those 2 months was needed for me, and I didn't think about taking a break. It just kind of happened. I felt like everything is divine orchestration, and I feel like those 2 months was needed for me. Even though I didn't think with my podcast I would need a break, because I felt like I want to just be every week podcast, but sometimes the universe will sit you down and be like, just take a break, take a breather, handle some things and be with yourself. And I feel like that in this 2 month span, that's what that was for me. It was an opportunity for me to go within, for me to kind of, question a lot of things and be very secluded, but also not just secluded the whole time, but also experience, and without just the obligation to record or to do things, but just be free, right? And that's why it's just like, that's what hit me in this 2 months. Is like freedom. That's what I felt. It's just like, we gonna get to that, because I don't want to jump straight into the podcast. I also want to say that this season, okay, we're going to be talking about so many beautiful things. We get more in depth than we did in season 1. Best believe. Look, I'm not holding anything back. Okay. I'm speaking my truth. I'm speaking from the heart. I'm speaking from just embodiment, essence, everything. Everything within me I'm speaking from, man. We're going to go even deeper. We're definitely going to have more guests this season. I want the main focus to be embodiment, freedom, expression, love. Of course, love is always going to be the number one topic that always going to be at the top of my list, because that's who I am. That's just who I am, is love. So those are the main things, but we got so many things to go in depth, and I have all the list of things I want to discuss. So best believe y'all better stay tuned for this season. You're not going to want to miss any episodes after this one. So let's get into the episode, man. Like I really have the jitters right now. That's how I said. As soon as I started, just like everything just hit. Like I'm like, oh shit, I'm back podcasting now. It's surreal. So I'm excited. But the main thing I want to talk to y'all about on this episode is freedom. Right? Freedom, and I can even start of like what freedom means to me. And freedom is being fully, is like being God expressed fully to your full extent, full potential, not letting any external things knock you off your pivot, knock you out of the things of who you are and who you meant to be in the core. For your core self, it's like you're living through your fullest potential with not caring about anything outside of what you're here to do, what you're here to express, who you're here to be. And I've discovered that just 2 months. And I feel like, of course, through my spiritual journey, those have been a lot of all the things that I've been learning with just spirituality and myself going within. I have been freeing myself year after year after year. And even my birthday was this month, y'all. My birthday was August 18th, turned 29 this year. And I definitely said in my post, I was just like, year after year, I have been revealed that, well, I actually been revealed of what really matters in life. Shown year by year, releasing things, actually releasing things that don't matter. Now I know what actually matters, right? I spoke about this on my post because it's true. It's like in this 2-month span, to start off, this is just catching y'all up. This is just catching y'all up with my life. I had a lot of time to channel my inner child, like in so many ways. It's so many things that I revisited within myself that I used to love when I was younger, and it literally just gave me life. Like I started playing basketball again. Like I just started pulling up to random courts, and I started having just the most amazing experiences randomly with people on the basketball court. And so unexpected because I was going by myself. And honestly, those times I was really expecting to just be by myself and just get shots up. You know what I'm saying? Just get shots up and have a little fun and then get off. But it would lead to me having an experience with another soul while I'm on the court, right? Like, I remember, like, it was a little boy one time. He was it's no point in me saying the court, but like, it was a court. Like, I'm literally now, if I see a court, I will pull up and hoop. No lie. Because it's just fun now to just pull up on different courts. So I was just out working, and then I seen the court. I was like, I'm gonna stop and get some shots up. And I remember the little boy came up to me. I was just hooping, get shots up, and he was like, "Hey, can I get some shot? Can I shoot with your basketball?" I was like, "Yeah, you can." And me and him both started shooting, and we was talking and stuff like that. And he was like, "You want to play one-on-one?" And I was like, I had to go. I couldn't really play in one-on-one, but it's like now I'm at the place of like, it's something in me that's not turning down opportunities to experience. Like, I just feel like to put it, what I want to say, it's like, I think opportunities to have an experience with like a soul, it's like, I don't really be turning down because it's like, you never know what you going to get out of it. You never know what new perspectives what like life you're going to get from just being open and allowing people to, share space with you. And so it's just like I'm like, damn, like me playing one-on-one with a random little kid, ain't no telling what that could do for him. Like us having fun. Of course, I'm not gonna be too hard on him, but I'm not gonna let you beat me. I didn't let him beat me now, but I did let him get some buckets up. I let him get some buckets up, and we was having fun. I wasn't going too hard on him, and it was just such a good exchange. Like I think I was able to, cause he was like talking about his jump shot and how his jump shot not good, and I was giving him positive affirmations on his jump shot. And be like, look, all you gotta do is just keep working on it, and the more you practice, the more better you're going to get at it. And the thing is like you never know what words and how those exchanges could really stay with somebody. I would never see that kid again. But ain't no telling if you see, it's just like, it's crazy. That little kid has stayed in my mind, and ain't no telling if I had stayed in his mind. Like, damn, that one guy that I played basketball with, he was really nice. You know what I'm saying? He probably hasn't. You never know, but it's just that you just don't know. And it's been a few exchanges that I had playing basketball that's crazy. Like, there was another guy. I went to another court. I'm gonna go through these real quick because we got so much to talk about. But this is going with the plot. And shout out to the sun. The sun loves to come out when I'm podcasting. They know we talking about the light, so the light shine through. We love that. I had another instance at this other basketball court. Once again, I pulled up by myself, solo dolo, and me and this guy started putting shots up together, and we ended up just chatting it up. We ended up talking about life, and he was telling me about where he was from, and I'm telling him I'm from Memphis and things like that. He was a real cool dude. And the thing is, we just started like having a challenge. Like I tend to do this always, to just like hit 3 shots in a row and then I can go, right? He hit his 3 shots quick. Meanwhile, I'm rusty. I can't hit the last shot to save my life. That man stayed out on that court with me until like 9:00 at night. Until I hit 3 shots in a row. And I'm like, it's like you never would know. It's like, it's so many beautiful people out here in the world. Like, it's just like, because he didn't have to do that. And then when I hit the 3rd shot, we celebrated like it was the Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Like, we celebrated. Mind you, this is my first time having this exchange with that man. And he stood out with me until 9 at night. And he didn't even have a car. He had a bike. But he decided that he's going to stay. And he was giving me encouragement words the whole time. And I left that night, and I was like, man, like, shout out to bro. Like, that was I was so grateful for that moment. Yes, we playing basketball, but he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to go out of his way. And this is a part of like freedom. It's like in these moments, I'm going to these places by myself, traveling and just fulfilling my inner child. And I'm having these beautiful experiences because I'm free to love. I'm free to have these exchanges with people and not holding fear of that they could be doing something or they could be like out to get me or not. This is like, I'm not responding, but I'm putting love out to the world, and it's coming back to me through that vibration and that trust and that knowing. And shout out to bro. I forgot his name, but like literally shout out to you, man. Like, if you ever see this podcast, I don't even know if you'll ever see this podcast, but bro, I appreciate that night, like because you didn't even have to do that. And it was another instance. I was on another basketball court, and the older guy, he was like 60, and I'm putting shots up by myself again. This is the last basketball story. I just had to go over this because these are beautiful exchanges. He wanted to like I'm just shooting. I'm missing here and there. And he was giving me like jump shot tips to improve my jump shot. And we ended up just talking, and he was very cool. And I had the opportunity to tell him, I'm like, man, you 60 years old, but you moving like you 40 out here. You out here moving, and I could see his energy be lifted from that. And we was having an exchange, and it's just like I never seen that man again. I never seen him again after that. So it's like, that's why it's like, it's so much beauty in trusting and loving first and leading with compassion. Because me putting myself out there, going to these courts by myself, I could have stayed at home and be like, I don't have nobody to play basketball with. And the fun of it is just, no, I'm going to go. And if I meet good connections, let it be. And it came out to be beautiful experiences with other souls. And I feel like even like I'm even going to parks. Like, I hopped on a swing like a little kid. You know them swings at the parks, bro. I hopped on a swing. I'm at the park by myself. And I was just like, shit, I'm about to get on the swing. Fuck it. And I got on the swing, and I'm having a ball. Now, I have to say, there is a different experience from us being kids on the swing and you being a grown man on the swing. It's a complete different experience. But it's definitely like worth the thrill and the feel of like, damn, I really enjoyed this as a kid. And I get to relive it now as an adult. And that feeling is so freeing. It's just like, I'm just out here enjoying life. I'm just doing what feels good, what gives me life. Like, that played a part. This was like the start of I think this was right after my last episode when I started just having moments of just being outside too. Like, just being outside and just being in silence. Like, I would go to the park too and just sit in silence and enjoy just being present and hearing the wind blow, hearing the birds chirp, and enjoying that moment and what that feels like. And it was so freeing for me, because in those times, that gave me more than what a lot of things could give me, just by exchanges, like beautiful exchanges, presents, and just actually giving my inner child life. And now it's like, I feel like me and my inner child is like blended together. Like, from me and my inner child and my full adult self now is at a full balance now. And I'm not going to go deep on inner child right now, because, of course, I already had a podcast about inner child, and we got some more topics about inner child later on in this season, so we're not going to go deep on that. Those moments was so important to me. It like, those people and those exchanges don't know how much that affected me. And that's how you know, like, you never know the ripple effects of these exchanges that you have with people. And it's so important to be aware of how you speak to people, how you honor people, how you respect people, because they remember that. And those moments, like I said, it's a ripple effect, because they go out, and I feel like a lot of times your energy, your good doing towards somebody else will also affect their lives to where they want to do that for somebody else. So it's very important to be mindful of that. I also feel like this is another thing too. I actually start, and this actually is a part of inner child too, but it's just like, I don't know, it's just like my expression is so willing to be open. It's so open to new things, new experiences. And I start playing a guitar. I picked up a guitar. Hold up. I'm sorry, I got loud. I feel like I got loud right there. But let me get my guitar real quick. Hold on one second. This is my guitar. This is my guitar that I've got. Now, the strings, definitely, one of the strings broke. All right. I was playing too hard. And this might sound terrible. I can't play what I was learning because of the string broke, but this is a little guitar, and I was falling in love too before the string broke. I actually got to get that fixed. But like learning a new skill, learning a new hobby is also very freeing, because I feel like as our adult age, we feel like we kind of get trapped into the work, sleep, eat cycle. And I think we lose the freedom of trying new things. And I say that because when we're younger, you don't feel so you don't feel like I feel like you don't think too deeply on you failing at something, because you're so new in life. Like you still at the phase where you curious, you trying things, and you knowing what you like and you knowing what you don't like. And but when we get older, you don't want to fail. You don't want to look like you bad at something, or that you're going to fail at something. So you just would want to not do it because you don't want, or you might feel like you're not good at it. But I think the beauty of it is to try and to put yourself out there. And I feel like it's so much fun, and it kind of rewires your brain in a way, because if you stuck in the same learning things, or not the same learning, but the same patterns on life, and you just feel like everything you do is just you're a creature of habit of things that you've been doing for 5-6 years now, it's like your mind ain't growing. Your mind is in the same place that it was 5 years ago. I think things like playing a guitar or reading new books or going out into the nature, having fun, like those are things that keep your mind fresh. And that guitar is definitely something that I kind of just, I don't normally jump out the window on shit, but I felt called to get this guitar. And that was so freeing too. Like just being like, I love music. So just trusting myself with a new hobby, and it was so fun. It is still fun. I just got to get it fixed. But it's super fun playing the guitar, and I'm happy that I did it. Also, honestly, I was inspired to get a guitar because I can only tell y'all, but I imagine playing a guitar for the love of my life one day. Okay. That's my confession. It's the reason why I ultimately got a guitar, because of love. And I just imagine playing the guitar for my woman one day. And I got to start somewhere. I got to start now. So, so when that person do come, I'm be ready. I'm gonna have at least 3 songs. At least I gotta have at least 3 songs ready. So I got some work to do. But but learning guitar was definitely fun, and definitely and I also put it on Instagram for people to see. I put it on there to see the messy, to see the roughness, the rawness of me learning, because I think I want to be an example that it's okay to fail. It's okay to not be good at something at first, and to see the beauty of being messy to good at it. That's a spiritual experience. And I feel like all of this is a spiritual experience, and we're going to keep going into this. We're gonna keep going deep. We're 25 minutes in. So another thing I had a pleasure doing in this 2 months, I feel like I've lived some lives in this 2 months. I definitely lived some lives in this 2 months, man. But I had the opportunity to go to Miami. And let me tell y'all something. This was a bucket list trip right here. Because I had got to go see my favorite band of all time, Coldplay. We got to clap it up for that. I ain't gonna lie, we got to clap it up for that. Because I be thinking about that. Now since it's over, it's like, it hits me randomly. Like, I actually went to a Coldplay concert. That's a once in a lifetime experience. And to go there was one of the best concerts that I would probably go to in my lifetime. And I say that because I think the energy in the stadium, like, it adds to the concert. Not only the lights and I think it's the energy of love that Coldplay puts in that arena that it would never be touched. Like, you have a stadium full of thousands, 60,000 people all there feeling like they're together. And this is another part of freedom. I went alone. I went to the Coldplay concert alone by myself because best believe, okay, I'm at the point, if I don't have nobody to go, I'm going because life is so short. Go do the thing that you want to do because waiting on somebody to do something, you might be waiting forever. And then you going to be mad at them because they didn't go with you. When really, you could have had the experience the whole time. Don't depend on other people to do the things that you want to do in your life if you feel like you want to do it. Let me be the example. If somebody can be the example, I don't mind being an example for you. Go do it because it's not waiting on you. And I felt like, and honestly, I thought about this and I was just like, this is, I have to go to this show because they're getting closer. They're getting older. And ain't no telling when they're going to retire. And I was like, if they was to retire and I didn't see a show, I'm going to regret that for the rest of my life. So I had to make that jump. And it was the best decision of my life. Like, Coldplay is, I resonate with their music so much because you can feel the energy of love, the vibration of love that they put in their music. And I feel like I am a person that lived through love and working on embodiment and being the embodiment of love, true love, unconditional love. So I instantly resonated with them. And I'm not gonna lie. You know, we honest here. We raw here. You can be yourself and you can be safe with your thoughts and emotions. So, and you can be vulnerable as well. So I definitely cried at that show, man. I cried for reasons. And I also, that's another thing I feel free from. I feel free to be emotional. Like, we all are human beings. And even as a man, for all the men that's watching this, you are emotional. You are a human. This is what comes with being a human. And we are emotional beings. What did it say? Embrace every emotion. Okay? Because holding in emotions is only going to be toxic for your soul and your body. So we want to release that. And at this show, it's just like I was having so many flashes of my moments and times that I had listening to Coldplay. Because y'all don't understand. I've listened to Coldplay in times where I was vulnerable and I was in the living room by myself and, you know, in my feelings too. And I'm listening to Coldplay. I listen to Coldplay. Coldplay is the only group that I can listen to Coldplay is the only group that I can listen to while I read. I can't listen to no music with words. I can't, oh shit, hold up. I can't listen to any songs that have words in it when I'm reading, but Coldplay is such a comfort band for me. I can listen to it regardless of what's going on. Like, I can be reading. When I read with Coldplay on, I actually feel the book more. The book feels more alive. And I think it's because of just the vibration of Coldplay. It makes the book feel more beautiful. Honestly, the words feel more beautiful. So when I was at the concert, it was just like flashing through like of all those moments. And especially like when Yellow came on and the Scientists came on, man, tears came down. Definitely. I'm gonna be honest. I gotta be honest. And it was such a loving experience. And even, I'm gonna speak on this and then we can move on, but but even before the thing, everybody was doing the wave. Like, seeing 60,000 people in synchronicity doing the wave at this Coldplay concert. Mind you, I think deeply wherever I'm at. I don't care what's going on. I'm in my head like, wow. 60,000 people are in unison doing the wave. And it was so beautiful seeing this human connection in this one place of thousands of people coming together to live through this expression, through these sounds that are expressed through love. And it felt so powerful. It felt so regenerating. And I would never forget that concert. Never. Never. Like it's definitely, when I tell people it's a once in a lifetime experience, it's a once in a lifetime experience. Because of the love that's in that arena. And that's why even people in that concert, they say going alone, you're not even alone. You're not going alone. Everybody there is celebrating, having a great time. It's so much good energy. Even though I might have been the only black guy in there. I'm not going to say I was the only black guy, but black guy by myself, maybe. I seen some black couples in there, maybe. But I was holding it down. Best believe, having a ball. But also that Miami trip, I got the opportunity to have quality time with my tribe, with Indigo, with Odyssey, with Maziel. I feel like I could. It's so crazy because I was actually thinking about recording or doing interviews while I was there, but I wanted to be there. I wanted to be in the experience, and I wanted to just be free. Even with the Coldplay, like I just wanted to feel. I just wanted to feel the energy of Miami, and it was so beautiful. Like to connect, to be on the beach, just vibing and having fun, being light. It felt so good within my soul. Like I just remember how I felt being on that strip in Fort Lauderdale, and I was like, man, like this is beautiful. Like this is beautiful. I was taking everything in. I'm really like a sponge to my environment. I'm observing every single thing, and I definitely felt warm. I felt light, and even I got to go to an Afrobeat party on the beach, and I had a ball. First of all, I love Afrobeats. Then you throw it on a beach. I mean, what we doing? That was an instant yes for me. I didn't waste no time. I mean, what you mean? And I'm not the party type. I don't do clubs and things like that, but Afrobeats I go off of vibrations. I go off of feeling, and Afrobeats just it makes you feel alive. And actually I have Nigerian in my ancestry. I'm 25% Nigerian. So, I feel that in my soul. But yeah, and I had a ball. I was dancing. Me and Maciel was having a good time. Like shout out to Maciel because she was such a bright light in that Miami trip for me. Like we just instantly clicked and instantly vibed and had a good time. So shouts out to you if you watch this episode. Cause we definitely had a good time. And like I said, these experiences are reminding me of that. Spirituality is so many facets. Spirituality is an every daily thing. Dancing, laughter, singing your heart out, music, like nature, swinging, playing basketball with kids, with random guys. All of these things are spiritual acts. Meditation is a spiritual act. Crystals and affirmations and all of these things that are can be aesthetically used for can be aesthetically used as like deemed as just spirituality. But no, spirituality is in every single act of being a human. Being present in these acts. Like when I was at the Afrobeat party, like I was just like in my vibe. Like I was just having such a good time, and I felt so free to have a good time and to love, to meet people, to express just that light within me while having this music and just dancing, going with the vibes. Like it's like the more you grow on your journey, the more you realize that every act is a spiritual act. You can find presence in every daily activity that you do. Literally. Okay? Now, we love meditation. We love crystals. We love affirmations. We love rituals and things like that. But also there's spirituality in everything. Everywhere you look, there's love everywhere you go. So I definitely had to say that. But if those things are freeing, those things are freeing for your soul. It's like I get to live in my full expression, be who I am, love to the fullest. with no cares, with no negative beliefs on people or negative thought patterns of towards life. Like I am living internally, and it's forming the external life so beautifully. And because you have to, it's always in here first before the external. I tell y'all that all the time. So the more you feel love on the inside, the more love is going to show you in this reality, people. Damn. We gotta do a water break on that. I didn't expect this episode to be that long, but I just, like I said, I had a lot to catch up. Okay, but okay, just to keep this rolling. But also in the midst of these things, you realizing what really matters. It's going back to how I started off the podcast. It's going off of what really matters in life. Everything that I just explained to you, laughing, being with loved ones, enjoying life, expressing yourself, your full expression of who you are, being open with just life, accepting the love, being love. This is what really matters. And that's why I said I feel free, because I know what really matters. Everything material and external is not what really matters at the end of the day. At the end of the day, once it's time to transition out of this life, none of the material, none of the external things are going to stay with you. None of that. Just like Denzel Washington said on a recent interview that stuck with me. He was like, your hearse don't come with a U-Haul behind it. No. You don't bring none of these material items that you pick up in life. No. What you take with you is all of these memories and all of this love that you gathered through your lifetime. The experiences, the happiness, the exchanges, how you made people feel love. And the negative sides. If you living on the negative side of life, people remember that stays in people consciousness. That what stays with you. And us as kids, we go through life thinking that the material things is all that there is, and that's what's going to make us happy and feel fulfilled. No. Just like Bob Marley said. He was like, rich in what? They asked him, it was like, do you have millions of dollars? And Bob Marley was like, no. And he was like, I'm rich. I'm rich in life. Because, like I said, we idolize people who have the big chains, the jewelry, all these cars, big mansions, and we feel like once we get there, we're going to be happy. And then you get there and be like, something is still missing. Why am I not happy? We see this so many times in life. I mean, we have seen celebrities commit suicide. And from the outside looking in, it's like, why would you do that? You had everything. That's not the end all be all. That's not the scenario. Because you can get all these things, but if you're not together on the inside, it's still going to feel meaningless. And then you're still going to be chasing more material stuff to chase that high. Like, I constantly need to get more material things over and over and over again. Because something has to make me happy. But you'll realize that none of these things are making me happy. They're making me happy temporarily. Like, they're making me happy temporarily. But why I keep going back to not feeling good. And that's why there's a lot of inner work you have to do. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't have these things, because if you truly like these things, and money is needed for the system and financial, I feel like everybody deserves financial freedom. And I'm not saying those things are not important, but that externally is going to be everything that does it for you. That's what I'm trying to say. Because if you do the work, you'll be able to still be happy within yourself. Your state of being is the only thing that you can control. All the material things can come and go. And next day you can get $300,000, and that $300,000 be gone in the next year. You can blow that whole $300,000 in 1 year, and you back at square one. The one thing that never changes is your state of being. That's your job to work on that. I mean, your state of being can change if you work on it. Now I'm saying that, but like that's the thing that stays with you. Actually, that's what I'm trying to say. That's the thing that stays with you. The money, the cars, the material, luxury brand items, purses, Jordans, whatever. These things are not going with you. Your soul, your consciousness, this is what's sticking through you. When it's time for you to transition, you're not going to be thinking about the shoes that you had. You're not going to be thinking about those things. You're going to be thinking about, you're going to see like, how did I affect people? What experiences, what did I do wrong? Like, you're not thinking about that. And like I said, if you truly like these things, I'm not saying that they don't matter. They can matter to you, but I'm saying it's deeper than that. It's deeper than the material. And I freed myself from that way of being to where the things that I mentioned in this is all that matters. So all that matters to me is doing what I'm doing now, giving love to y'all, living through my purpose, living through my light, giving that back to the world, being of service, laughing, growing, connecting with people, and just being my best self. Like being in nature. Like even for my birthday, like I just went to nature and I cried. I ain't gonna lie. This might be I might have broke a record of crying this year, because I just been feeling stuff so deeply. When you really know yourself and you know who you are, the emotions, because the love energy is so strong. And once you truly feel love and you release yourself from all of this conditioning, your emotions is naturally going to come through. It's just like when you do shrooms or you do these ayahuasca. I don't give a fuck how of a hard shell, even if you're a guy and you like, man, I don't be doing that. Let you feel that presence of love, unconditional love. You're going to cry. That emotion is going to be so strong. It's going to break that shield that you have, that shell. And like I said, for my men, we gotta be open. We gotta let that expression flow through. And like I said, being in nature, that's what matters to me. Okay? It's so freeing just being in a state of love and knowing what really matters in his life. And I think that's going to seal the first episode of us being back. I actually think we're done. I can keep going. For sure. But I think I said everything I need to say, for real. And these 2 months have been beautiful and was needed for me, because I'm so refreshed and so ready to cleanse the timelines again and give love to the world. And I'm super ready for that. So I want y'all to go within and see what you can free yourself from, for you can feel lighter, for you can become yourself more. What are some things that you can free yourself from this week? The conditioning. Okay? And I forgot to even talk about that, like, because we're so conditioned with a lot of things that keep us in cages that we don't even know that and even our own self, we can keep ourselves in a cage and not even knowing that we're putting ourselves in a box. Okay? So what are you keeping yourself in a cage from? And I want you to really think, reflect on that, and what could you release to feel more free, your full expression of who you are? If anybody can be an example of freedom, let me be an example. I am here for you. I love you. And I want all of us to be living within our truth, in with our true being of who we are and what we came here to do. So let me be an example. So yeah, definitely sit on that. Reflect on what can you free yourself from that could be holding your full expression back. And I'm just so happy to be back, y'all. This episode 23 too. Episode 23. What a time. Brace yourselves, because we're in for another 20 episodes. Best believe we in for another 20 episodes. I got too much to talk about to hold it all in. And I also got to do something. Before we go, Brady, we gotta kick this off right. It's only right that we do this. This is my first time doing this. I just feel like it's only right. Season 2, we gotta end with a bang. This is the start. This is a new beginning to a new season. We gotta start off with a bang. This we gotta cheers. This is a season full of love, full of growth, freedom, being who you are, spreading love, light, truth, embodiment, like I said. It started off. Why the fuck I'm nervous? All right, here you go. We're going to do a countdown for the season. Here you go. 5, 4. And I got to clean this shit up too, by the way. I'm going to have to clean all this shit up. 5, 4, 3. Oh, shit. Hold up. All right, here you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Season 2 is in full effect. Let's get it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's crazy. Damn. Season 2. See y'all next week, man. We gonna be back. We gonna be ready for a new season. Make sure y'all be ready for that one, because we talking about health, okay? We talking about clearing them toxins out your body and what's good for your body. Health is wealth, y'all. See y'all next week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You got to subscribe after this. I mean, I'm full of confetti right now. I probably got some on my face, in my hair. But see y'all next week.